and I'm going to look at the functions of the National School Inspectorate Authority. Formerly, it was National Inspectorate Board, and now it is called the National School Inspectorate Authority. The functions, they have about 3 core functions that they perform, and you need to know them before you go and write your promotion exam. Stay tuned till the end of the tutorials and gather information. The functions of the National Inspectorate Board has 3 key functions. The 3 key functions are what we're going to outline, and after that we'll look at some of the panel functions that is set up to perform, and they are very important. Number 1 functions that, or key functions that is embarks on, is that it undertakes the inspection of schools. That is one of the functions. It inspect schools all over the country, both the public basic institutions and the second cycle institutions are being inspected by this National School Inspectorate Authority to help the activities in these institutions. Number 2 is to evaluate and on a periodic basis the first and second cycle institutions in Ghana. So while it inspects, it also evaluates periodically the first and second cycle institutions in Ghana. They are very, very important that we need to look at. Then number 3 function or key functions that it performs is that it set up or it sets and enforces the standards to be observed in the basic and the second cycle in school level, both public and private educational institutions. So while they do inspections, they undertake evaluations of these first and second cycle institutions. One of their key function too is to set and enforce standard in the basic and the second cycle institution, both private and the public. That is, these 3 key functions are much of importance to the National School Inspectorate Authority, and we need to know them before we go and write our promotion exams. Then in the purpose of delivering these key functions, there is the need of a panel to be set up by this regulatory body to help examine some of the key focusing areas of this basic and second cycle institution. So when the panel is set up, one of the things that the panel look at is the quality of leadership and management of educational institution. The leadership that is in place, whether it is helping or it is not helping. It is the importance of the panel to look at. Then the quality of teaching and learning provided by the educational institution, both public basic school or private basic school, and second cycle public schools and private second cycle schools. Then the panel also looked at the level of scholarship attained by the educational institution, especially the second cycle institutions, and it's very, very important. Then another thing that the panel looks at is the level, the educational standard achieved by the educational institution. So the standard being achieved, the standard set by this institution, that is the National School Inspectorate Authority, and the standard that the institution has been able to achieve. Then another thing that the panel also look at is the facilities available in that educational institutions, the school blocks, the urinal, the toilets, the sporting facilities, or any other recreational facilities. The National School Inspectorate Authority look at all these facilities. Then the system of internal and external examiners in place at the educational institution is also looked at by this panel. So we must get to know this. They don't check on examination, but they look at the external and the internal examiners that are put in place at the educational institution. Then the next thing that the panel also look at is the values emphasized and taught in the educational institutions include the community service by the students or the pupils and the staff in that institution. It's very, very important. We need to look at them before we go and write our promotion exams. Then the last aspect, or the last thing that the panel that is set by the National School Inspectorate Authority also look at is the statistics, the statistical data of the educational institution, or the tracer studies tracking the achievement of the past students. So is there a system there that will help the institution to able to track the progress of their product that has come out, to see whether they are achieving in other fields as educational institutions? So it's very important that we look at these issues before we go and write our promotion exams. Don't forget to subscribe if you really in support of this free promotion aptitude test tutorials, and see you in the next video.